Whipped it, man.
What's up, everybody? This is our unscripted podcast where we talk about movies and anime while having some drinks, and pretty much anything goes.
Oh, my bad. I was just like, why are you waving your finger? I'm Joey.
And I'm Kareem.
So sit back, grab a brew, and join us in this week's episode of Brew Bros. Alright, you're gonna have to start this whole theory over again because I'm not following.
So technically, we had ended our previous podcast, and we got into talking about Spider-Verse.
The animated version, right? Or are we talking about just Miles Morales in general, the comic versus the animated?
No, we're talking about Into the Spider-Verse, or
The animated.
Yeah, the animated part 2.
What was it called? MCAU. Right?
No, it'd be
Marvel Comics Animated Universe.
No, because it's not a Marvel movie.
Just because it's made from Sony. It has Marvel title, Marvel rights on it. If I'm not mistaken. They're in collaboration with Sony.
Yeah, well, this is a Sony movie. Into the Spider-Verse, or of the Spider-Verse. We're talking about the theories between Miguel.
Miguel and Spider-Man 2099. Right? That's what you're talking about?
Yes. And canon events. And how I believe that Miguel's canon events are hogwash.
Hogwash in the sense because he didn't get bit by a radioactive spider?
Not just that his canon events does not apply to the rest of the Spider-Verse.
How does it not, though? But he becomes a Spider-Man through whatever method he acquired his powers. Like Miguel, it was an experiment gone wrong or something like that.
Well, there's different stories around how Spider-Man 2099 became.
Okay.
One story, he worked for chemical company, where the boss for this company, or the owner or whatever, was a douche. Politely say he was a douche, and he wanted to keep Miguel on as a scientist.
He kept everybody drugged up. Pretty much.
So in order for him to keep Miguel, he wanted Miguel to stay on, so in order to keep Miguel on, he got him addicted to this crazy addictive drug that, first hit, you're addicted.
Yeah, that was he kept his entire staff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the only way they kept him coming back. And he would supply them with the drug. So, and Miguel's remedy to that was to alter his DNA with the spider, and that's how he gained his powers of the spider, becoming a Spider-Man.
Okay, so that is his canon. Are you trying to say it's not canon because he didn't get bit by a spider that would have turned him into Spider-Man?
Yes, because all the things that all the spider people of the Spider Universe have in common is a spider giving them powers.
Okay.
Normally through a bite. The only one that might be an outlier might be Penny, because she's friends with the spider that has the powers.
Yeah. She has a telepathic connection with them.
With the spider. Maybe she got bit. They don't really say.
Yeah.
But everybody else bit by spider. Except for Scarlet Spider, or Spider-Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the clone spider's name? Spider-Man.
Well, the Scarlet Spider is Ben Reilly. He's a clone of Spider-Man.
Yes.
So they took Spider-Man's DNA, made this dude, so he's already born with the spider powers.
Yes, he's a Spider-Man without the canon event of being bit by a spider.
But wouldn't his canon event be that the fact that he was born with the spider powers already? He didn't have to be bitten because he's a clone of Peter Parker.
Well, the canon, it wouldn't be a canon event because he's born with the spider event. The canon event is a major point in every Spider-Man's life. So him being born with it is no longer a major event because there's no change.
So, all right. So you're saying he's more like a minor character?
No, it's just that he's, in the true sense of a Spider-Man, he's not a true Spider-Man.
Because he wasn't bit by a radioactive spider.
Yes. He has Spider-Man's power. He might even have maybe Spider-Man's humor, if you could say that. But he's
I don't think he
not.
does, actually.
He doesn't have an Uncle Ben. He
True.
doesn't have Aunt May.
True.
And he doesn't. He's never been bit by a spider, or he doesn't have a Mary Jane. He doesn't have a Gwen.
So all right. So do you think that in order to in order to be a Spider-Man, you have to be bit by a radioactive spider and have some kind of tragic event that causes deep, profound meaning in your life? Because most of the Spider-Man
Technically, yes.
I would have to
But
research
no-
into Ben Riley to see if he has a tragic storyline. If he lost someone that special to him.
But it won't be the same on the same, I guess, scope in developing his spider character.
Okay.
Um,
So then, don't they all fall under the category of having the spider totem, though? Because do you know about that storyline? The Morlocks and the Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse?
I know a little bit about it.
Is it the Morlocks? No, what is it? Who is it? No, the Morlocks are from X-Men.
Yeah. I forgot what they're called. They're almost I want to say they're similar to the Banto and Bleach.
All right, so what would we call that? Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Arc, the more... What the hell are they called?
But yeah, they're the Spider-Man hunters.
Yes, the Hunters. Yeah.
You know, technically,
Is it the Inheritors?
yes, the inheritors.
Sure.
Yes. So technically, maybe Miguel's whole purpose is to prevent the whole inheritors event
Okay.
overall.
I mean,
But
I don't think that would be his
his-
purpose. Doesn't Miguel fall into the category of having the spider totem? Because all of a sudden, all these spider people are all linked by this ultimate spider totem.
I guess if being spider-ish, because that's what he would be. He's spider-ish. He's not. He's Spider-Man. He's Spider. Even Spider-Punk is spider-ish because he was never bit by a spider.
Spider-Punk wasn't bit by a spider?
No.
So how did he become Spider-Man then?
He was a homeless man that got his powers from being under a chemical spell, if you will, and chemicals leaked on him, and he got to get the powers of Spider.
What?
That could be considered a canon event because something changed his life to make him Spider-Man.
No, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the reason why what we was saying earlier is that Miguel has it wrong about canon event because
In the movie wise.
movie wise in the movie
All right, okay.
because what happened to him, either he's lying and not telling the full truth of what happened to the universe that got destroyed because he replaced himself,
Okay.
or he's misunderstanding what happened and why that dimension collapsed.
Okay. And this is all because Miles Morales in the movie was bitten by a spider from a different universe.
Yes, he was bitten by another spider in another universe that was ultimately going to bite. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Was going to ultimately by another Miles.
So how did that spider end up in Miles Morales' universe? What Earth is he from? What universe is the Miles Morales?
Spider?
No, him in the movie.
We'll look it up, but let's call it 16. I don't think it's 16. I think it's like 1099 or something like that.
All right, Miles Morales Cinematic Universe. I'm pulling up the info up right here. Aaron Davis. Ah, my battery died. Damn it. Why does that always happen? Dude, this update sucks. Ever since I went to update iOS 17 beta, it's horrible. My phone dies very quickly. How much battery life do you got left? You still got a lot. We recorded an entire session and you still got a lot. And you're powering the mic right now. I'm like, all right. Does it say what origin he's from? What universe is from? Type in what universe is Miles Morales from the MCU from.
Okay.
So we found out that Miles is from the universe 1610.
Yes. So the spider that bit him is from universe 42.
Okay. So that spider should have been the Miles Morales from universe 42.
Yes.
But instead it bit Miles in 1610.
Yes.
And spoiler alert, Spider-Man 2099 is saying that Miles Morales from 1610 should have never existed as Spider-Man.
Yes. Because he's an anomaly. Which he is. But he's still a Spider-Man.
Yes.
He's only an anomaly the fact that he's a Spider-Man in a universe with another Spider-Man.
There were two Spider-Men in that universe, but one of them died.
But he was still a Spider-Man together with another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Although it was short-lived, he is a Spider-Man with another Spider-Man in his universe.
Are you saying that the universe is only supposed to have one Spider-Man?
Supposed to. Because that Spider-Man wasn't even supposed to bite him. It was supposed to bite another Miles.
The Miles from Earth 42.
Yes.
And he became... Well, so we don't know if he's a bad guy yet or not.
As of what we know, we don't think... He seems... in the...
It left very vague.
From what we left off, we're assuming that he's bad.
Yeah, it kind of made it seem like he was a bad guy.
A lot of people don't believe he's bad, but
we're
left off because in 1610, the Prowler is a bad guy.
Okay, so don't you think it's safe to assume that the Prowler is going to be a bad guy in 42 also? Because he kind of gave off that aura that he was a bad guy.
That's true, but there's also a Spider-Man in his universe. So there's no need for a good guy. There's no need for...
They never say if there was or not. They don't say if there's a Spider-Man in 42.
No, there is no Spider-Man.
Because that spider bit Miles in
because
1610.
Miles told his mom, his Earth 42 mom, that he's Spider-Man, and she didn't know who that was. He's like, is that some comic character?
When did he say that? Because when they showed
at the end,
when they showed 1610, when they showed Miles in Earth 42, he was tied up to the bag, and Prowler was there, and that's when they cut scene.
No, before that,
he talked to his mom in 1610.
No, that was his mom. He thought it was his 1610 mom, but it's not. She has different color eyes.
Oh, I gotta see that again. I don't remember that at all.
So he confesses everything to what he thought was his mom.
I don't remember that in the movie.
He thought it was his mom, but it wasn't his mom.
It was Earth 42's mom.
Yes. And that's why she was like, what is this, some comic play that you're doing? That's why she didn't know what he was talking about when he said, I'm Spider-Man.
I gotta rewatch that movie. That didn't happen in the movie.
That happened in the movie.
Where? Because he was...
That happened a couple of minutes before she said... That was after she said, oh, you cut your braids?
Because what I remember is he's being chased by all the different spider people.
Yes.
He's being chased by Spider-Man 2099.
Yes.
He gets teleported to Earth 42.
Yes.
I forgot how he gets knocked out.